what we have discovered is that the central challenge that industries face is not so much knowledge or competence as we understand it in terms of skills, capacities, etc. That actually in our country is imparted quite well and people are able to develop it also on the job. So that is not really where the challenge lies. The real challenge seems to be that only a very small proportion of the people who enter their careers are entering the careers from the perspective of being contributors. When a contributor works, and usually we find that in an organization there are only 7-8% who are contributors, they make a difference in everything. They make an impact on the organization. And they are able to take that knowledge which they have and convert it into results, into transformation of some kind or the other. Such people actually are valued very deeply by organizations, and very often you find that it is these people who effortlessly seem to also develop and grow in their careers and so on and so forth. Also, we find an interesting thing from the other side. If you take individuals themselves and we look at them, we find that there are two broad attitudes with which they come to their careers. One attitude we call the acquisitive career or the acquisitive mindset, which says that my whole objective of my career is to receive. I have to get for whatever I am doing. So I have to get higher salary, I have to get this, I have to get promotions. So they are constantly calculating in their mind what they will get next. In such a case, their mind becomes confused actually. They are not able to focus on the task at hand. They are already focused on only one thing. But you find another group of people who have a contributor mindset. They said, yes, I will receive, but let me give first and let me try to make a difference. So when we have a contributive approach to a career, many things change. Their selection of job changes, the way they approach it, the way they present themselves in the job changes. For even their career choices as they go along, they make choices which are more sensible in the long run because they are able to say, okay, here I can contribute. While say for example, I have seen, and I'm sure you have also seen in many cases, people make terrible career decisions simply because they move from one job to another for a few 100 rupees or 1000 rupees, but they lose the track of actually building their capacity to make a difference. So because of that, they get stuck after that for many years. They can't find their way back. So there are many follies that take place, and these are taking place primarily because of a wrong mindset which is there. Thirdly, if you take society as a whole, you find that if people are completely locked up in an acquisitive mindset, and if organizations and individuals are focused only on their own personal benefit without looking at how society has to benefit, then the effects of that we are all aware of. We know how much in this country already in the last few months and years, particularly there has been a growing disenchantment with the realization that people in very key positions, for example, care less for the welfare of all of us and care more for their personal welfare. Now the same thing, if we are going to send out a generation of people into the world, if that generation of people also care a little not only about themselves, but of the good of their organizations, of the good of society, and do it in a way which benefits them also. Nobody is saying that people have to do selflessly, but do it in a way which benefits them but benefits society also simultaneously, benefits their organization also, then automatically we will find that there is a dramatic and a sea change in society itself. So we find that if you really go deeper, you find that a mindset which is actually oriented towards contributorship, for example, comes first, affects the individual. It affects the individual's career, it helps them person in the career, it helps that person in making wiser choices as they go along. It also gives more fulfillment to the person because when you do something of value, your self-esteem grows, your sense of confidence in yourself grows. If you are constantly taking without having done enough, then automatically you can find that your inner confidence doesn't grow. So they benefit tremendously, the organizations benefit, the society benefits, so there is an overall benefit for all stakeholders in a sense when something of this sort happens.